Hello, welcome to OCC Seminar Math 1050. Today's objective is integers. So our first things that we learn about integers is use negatives and opposites. So if you have ever experienced a temperature below 0 or accidentally overdraw your checking account, you are already familiar with negative numbers. So negative numbers are numbers less than 0, and negative numbers are to the left of 0 on the number line. So if you look at this number line, all the numbers on the left of 0 are the sets of negative numbers, and all the numbers on the right of 0 are the sets of positive numbers. Now, the arrows on the end of the number line indicate that the number keeps going on forever. If you read some textbook and you see some notation, sometimes they put the notation like this. On the left arrow of the number line, they put negative infinity. And on the right side of the arrow, they put infinity or positive infinity, right? That indicate the numbers go on forever. So there is no biggest positive number and there is no smallest negative number. Is 0 a positive number or negative number? Well, number larger than 0 are positive number, and numbers smaller than 0 are negative numbers, but 0 is neither positive or negative. Consider how numbers are ordered on the number line. Going from the left to the right, the numbers increase in value, and going from the right to the left, the numbers decrease in values. So if you look at the number line, the number to the right is always bigger than the number on the left of 0, okay, respectively. Like for example, 1 will be bigger than -1, maybe so 1 will be bigger than -1, or it would be bigger than -2, -3, -4, and so on. Or 2 or 3 will be bigger than -2, or even 3 is bigger than 1, right? 3 bigger than 1. Let's familiarize ourselves with notation. So A is less than B is when A is to the left of B on the number line. And A is greater than B when A is to the right of B on the number line. So for example, let's take a look at some example here. Order each of the following pairs of numbers using less than or greater than. A, 14 and 6. Well, there's no brainer. We know that 14 is bigger than 6, right? But why? Well, because 14 is to the right of 6 on the number line. So 14 is to the right of 6 on the number line, therefore is bigger. What about -1 and 9? Well, -1 is to the left of 9 on the number line, or you can say 9 is to the right of -1 on the number line. So 9 is larger than -1, right? 9 is larger. -1 and -4. If you look at the number line, -1, maybe I'll -1 here and -4 there. Well, -1 is to the right of -4, so -1 is bigger than -4. What about 2 and -20? So -20 is here and 2 is here. Well, 2 is to the right of -20, so 2 is larger than -20. Now it's your turn to try it. Right? Pause the video for a minute and try the problems below. Okay, order each of the following pairs of numbers using less than or greater than. 15 versus 7. Well, 15 is to the right of 7 on the number line, so 15 is bigger than 7. What about -2 and 5? Well, here's your number line. Here's 0, here's -2, here's 5. I know my number line is not to the scale, but it doesn't matter, right? As long as you put the smaller number on the left and then bigger the number on the right. So 5 is to the right of -2, therefore 5 is larger than -2. What about -3 and -7? -3 and -7. Let me erase this. I'll draw a different number line. -3, see, 0 here, -1, -2, -3, here 1, 2, 3, all the way to 7. So 7, well, I'm sorry, a -7 and -3. I was thinking about +7. Let me redraw. My apology. Let me redraw. So here is 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and here's -7. So which one is to the right of which one? Here's -3, here's -7. So -3 is to the right of -7. Therefore, -3 is larger than -7. So larger, -3 is larger than -7. Let me erase this. The last problem, 5 and -17. Again, you draw your number line out, or you can do in your head. Right? Here is 0, 5 is positive number, so it's going to stay on the right. -17 is negative number, so it's going to stay on the left of 0. So somewhere here, doesn't matter, scale is not important. So 5 is to the right of -17 on the number line. So 5 is larger than -17. So that's how you compare two numbers. Draw your number. If you can't do in your head, to draw it out. When in doubt, draw it out. Okay. So you're less likely to make mistake.